What's going on, everybody? My name is Steve Larsen, and you're listening to another delicious episode of Sales Funnel Radio.
Welcome to Sales Funnel Radio, where you'll learn marketing strategies to grow your online business using today's best internet sales funnels. And now, here's your host, Steve Larsen.
All right. Hey, I am super excited for today. I actually grew up riding dirt bikes. Now, I never actually owned one. My brother did. I had a friend that did, and I would ride theirs a lot, right? And it was a lot of fun. I had a fun childhood, man. It was awesome. We did our fair share of things that were dangerous, stupid, but we were just really adventuresome kids. A lot of fun. Well, hey, fast forward a whole... I'm still pretty young, I feel like, so I guess don't fast forward that many years. But up until right now, my wife one day was like, "Hey, did you want to get that motorcycle?" And I was like, "What?" And for some reason she gave me the clear, and I'm so super stoked. So I've been riding a motorcycle. I got a 2001 Kawasaki Vulcan. It's a cruiser. It's awesome. It's only a 500cc, so it's not like... I actually wish it was a little bit more powerful. But it's great though. It's fun for what it does and what I use it for. I only live like a mile and a half away from the ClickFunnels office, so I don't need to go that far. So it works fine. It's great. But anyway, so today I took my motorcycle test, and I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. I had been watching YouTube videos. I've been watching videos of people who had hidden helmet cams because I guess you weren't supposed to see what's on the test. And I was like, wow. It was kind of funny. So I got there and I was like, man, some of these maneuvers are really hard. Like weaving cones, things like that. Like that's not that challenging, but there's a few parts that were challenging. And anyway, there was another guy, and there's only two of us, and we ride up, and we got out and we were chatting with him. There's some paperwork we had to do, and we had to tell him about some stuff. Anyway, and at the end of the paperwork part, he told the first guy, "Okay, hey, you're gonna go first, and Steve, you gotta wait." I was like, "All right." So I stood off to the side and I watched, and the guy starts, and I'm not gonna lie, he was a little bit cocky when I was chatting with him before the whole thing started. He had the most gorgeous bike, and he had done a lot of custom work to it, and he had done it looked fantastic. His bike was, I'm not gonna lie, I had a little jealousy. It was pretty dang sexy. I will probably get a bike like this in the future because it was amazing. I love my bike, and luckily it's over on the other side of the wall right now, so it didn't hear me just say that. But anyways, he had a great bike. And he goes and he's weaving the cones, and he put his foot down, which is a huge violation, and you get a lot of points for that, and you don't want points. If you get so many points, you fail. Well, he skipped the last cone too. And he skipped a cone. That's another lot of points, right? And he put his foot down and got tons more points. Anyway, and he turns around. He's doing the next part, and he puts his foot down again. And I was like, "What the heck?" This is. Anyway, it was kind of crazy because he was talking big game, and the beforehand we were just checking out each other's bikes, we're looking at each other's, what we were riding. And he had this awesome, cool, it's like a, really awesome throaty sound that you want, from motorcycles and stuff. And my current bike's a little bit too quiet. So I was like, how do you make it louder? And he was telling me and showing me all this stuff. He's like, and you could do this on your own, man. You could do this on your own. You just go in, man. You could just drill out these little screws right here, and you could pull this thing out, man. Your bike could be so much louder, so much faster. It's amazing. And I was like, wow, my first thought was like, crap, I don't want to figure out how to do that on my own. I'm really freaking good at computer stuff and funnels. That's my thing. I would rather pay somebody to make all those adjustments for me. And that was my first initial thought. And I was like, oh man, I just want this bike louder. And it was funny though, because during the test afterwards, he failed the test. He wasn't even allowed to continue. And I saw the instructor kind of get close to the other guy, the guy that was going first, and he's like, "Look, man, you put your foot down twice and skipped a cone. You failed. I'm sorry, but you failed. I can't even let you continue with the test." And he was he was a good sport about it, but you could tell he was pissed, which is totally understandable. And he's a good sport about it. He pulled off to the side, and I was like, crap, like that dude didn't do it. Like, how am I? And and I get on my bike, and I went through and I put my foot down where he put his foot down. And I start going through and I'm weaving through it, and I put my foot down again where he put his foot down, but I didn't skip a cone, you know, and I stayed on the course, and he just gave up. But I didn't, which is awesome. But anyway, I went through and I actually did the rest of the tests perfectly, and I got my motorcycle license today, which is totally awesome. But the guy, he didn't wait around to finish to watch. He got on his bike and he left. He was super pissed. Oh man, it's okay. It's all right. It's funny. I've been teaching my little 3-year-old daughter. Well, she'll be 3 in December. I've been teaching her. I walk up to her and I'm like, "Hey, Brinley, what do we do when life gets hard?" And she gets in like kind of like a fighting squat stance, and she just starts growling, you know, and like gets her fight face on. I'm like, "That's right," you know. Like, "Brinley, what do we do when life gets hard?" And she puts her arms down slowly while she's flexing. I'm like, "That's right," you know. We just get me and back right back in its face, and she's like, "Yes!" It's really funny. It's pretty awesome. She's cool. My daughter's awesome. But I wanted to say it to this guy, and it was funny to me though. I was laughing at how much he wanted me to go change these pipes on my own. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that on my own, right? And I was thinking about that today. Obviously, it happened all today. And it's actually been on my mind though the last couple days. I've been looking around at different entrepreneurs, and I've been looking at a lot of the people who either build funnels or who, you know, own businesses or whatever it is, right? And here's a commonality I'm starting to notice. You guys know I'm obsessed with patterns. You guys know that about me. I like to watch for the patterns that are all around us that no one's looking for, you know. And this, what I noticed is that people who stay solopreneurs never quite make it. You know what I mean? They never get to that spot where they're like, "Hey, I have so much money now, I can just kind of sit back on my own." Okay? Like, meaning I have enough money now where money's no longer an object the rest of my life, right? And they never get to that spot. They never get to any place like that. And I had that realization it was a few weeks ago, and it's just been on my mind. And I saw it again while this guy was trying to tell me to go do all this stuff on my own, and you can do this on your own, and you can do this on your own, and this. And I was like, holy crap! Like, I don't want to make all those adjustments to my bike because it's not my passion, first of all, and second of all, like, someone else has the unique ability for that. Why not let them do it? You know what I mean? And so I've been thinking about that. And I've been thinking about that with my own business. And so about a week ago, I hired an assistant. And I think I also told you about this, but she's been amazing. It's my sister. She's awesome. My sister's crazy good at she's a great organizer. She's fantastic. She's very, very, very bright. She got like straight A's in high school while I barely passed, and which is not a joke. I barely graduated high school, and anyway, I'm really excited because I have now replicated a part of me, right? And it's the biggest thing I've noticed. Like, a lot of the people who go out and they're like, "Oh yeah, I do this thing on the side." It's like, awesome. But until you actually involve other people, until you build a system that does things while you're not there, you're going to remain a solopreneur. And it's going to just basically be a hobby that makes you money every once in a while. That's the rough truth, right? I mean, business is collaboration. Business is people. And if you can't get another person to work on things with you, you are already capped, right? You can go and have an idea that's actually not that good. You can go and have a business that's actually not that good, but because there's multiple people working on it, you actually could make some money with it, you know? Your chances for succeeding are so much worse if you stay by yourself. So all I'm trying to say, and the thing that's been on my brain, the thing that's been on my head is that, guys, hire people. Whether, like, even if it's not like a full-time, like, go outsource stuff. Use VAs. I use VAs like crazy. Way before I even hired, my sister Marie to do this stuff with me and handle a lot of the content part of these podcasts and blog and stuff like that. which has been great. Lets me go focus on the other revenue generating things that keep the business afloat, and and we both win, and everyone wins because of that, right? So anyways, all I'm trying to tell you is that use VAs for parts that aren't amazing. It's funny, Russell's actually I shouldn't say yelled at me, because he's one of the nicest guys on the planet. He doesn't yell. But he has reprimanded me several times, because here's the scenario, right? I sit next to him at work, and we'll be building a funnel together, and he'll be like, you know what? Like, he'll say something like, I wish this video had X, Y, and Z in it, I wish this video had a little bit different of an intro. And I have video editing skills, a lot of them. I love video. It's one of my, I really like video. I'm not a noob at all in video editing. And so I'm like, oh dude, I'll do it. And he'll be like, no, I'm just gonna have this other guy do it. I'm like, are you sure? Like, I could do it right now. He's like, yeah, but you're doing, you're busy building the other thing for me. I'm like, oh, that's true. And time will go on. How cool would it be? He'll say, how cool would it be if I had this huge, like big blowout poster board of X, Y, and Z? I'm like, oh, dude, I could do it, because I love Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator, I actually don't really like Photoshop that much. Illustrator's amazing. I digress. And this went on for a while. And then after a while, Russell's like, you know what? I got to tell you, man, just because you know how to do something doesn't mean you should be the one that's doing it. And I was like, oh, that's a really good point. He's like, think about it. He's like, I could do lots of the stuff that I can, that the rest of the ClickFunnels employees can do. But that doesn't mean that I should be the one that's doing it. Someone else has the unique ability. Just because I can doesn't mean I should. It's the same thing with your businesses. You're gonna feel pain of disconnect. I dare you to hire somebody full time. I dare you to take somebody on where they're completely dependent on you for their income. I dare you to do it, because it will explode your business. It will make you do things you would have continued to plan on doing in the future. Oh, I'll do that in the future. I'll go try and land that contract in the future. I'll go try and get that sale done in the future. Like, no, bull crap. Like, someone is dependent on you for their income, for their livelihood and their life and their lifestyle, everything. I dare you to go do it as fast, even if it's an assistant and you're paying by the project, which is how I'm starting with my sister. What it's doing though, and what I've noticed that it's been doing, is it's forcing. I'm already a go-getter, and I'm already someone who wants to go take on the galaxy all the time. You know what I mean? I'm just like, bring it on. I'm a fighter. I am. I'm a nice guy, but internally, like, the conversation that's going on and what drives me as hard as I go is I'm a fighter, and I dare you to do that. But then, second of all, you gotta go hire someone. Go get someone out there, because what it forces you, like I was saying, to go out and close business. It forces you to focus on revenue generating activities while they take care of the managerial things, and that's what needs to happen in a lot of your businesses. Yeah, I've had a lot of you guys come to me and say, hey, what would you do here? Like, look, your skills are good enough to get paid for. That's awesome. Or your business is good enough, people are paying for it, and that's awesome. But you personally are way too swamped, so you're not staying in any kind of creative zone. Does that make sense? By you not staying in a creative zone, you're not going to stay in the forefront of your industry, whatever it is, right? There's funnels out there selling toilet paper. I mean, you can sell anything with a funnel. You can sell anything, because it is basically what's going on the internet. It's anyway. So those are the two things I realized, is that, wow, hiring somebody has done two things. Number one, I go faster, because she's taking care of awesome stuff. She's putting things together. She's incredible. She's very intuitive, solves problems without me always having a babysitter, that kind of thing, and which is awesome. So cool. Find someone like that. Number one, like I said, you go faster. The business will go faster. Number two, you're going to be supporting somebody else's income. Okay? That does ridiculous things for your drive. Now, some of you guys, if you have hesitation on it, which I guarantee 90% of you guys are, and I still do, just think that, keep in mind that what it's going to make you do is it's going to make you clarify what your business actually is. If you've just been kind of dabbling and you're like, well, I make some money doing this, and I make a little bit of money doing that, and sometimes I'll make money in this kind of way. all that kind of like all that stuff will go away, and you'll get clarity because you go, okay, what will turn a dollar? What is actually going to pull in money? I got to pay somebody, you know? Even if you feel like you don't have enough money to pay them, find a way to get a little bit of cash and don't get married to that cash. Give it to the other person. Have them do some task for you while you go do some revenue generating activity. Anyway, that's all I've been trying to say. And that's what was going through my mind when the guy was telling me like, hey, you could do all this on your own. I was like, yeah, I could, but it would take me forever. And the amount of time I would spend is worth a lot more money to me than me going and watching a billion YouTube videos. Like, man, I'd rather just go pay some shop a couple $100s and just have them do it. Like, because it's not worth it to me. Anyway, is this making sense? You guys getting this? Is it kind of like, is that sinking in that if you're in the funnel game or any kind of business at all, and you're by yourself, you're the solopreneur, you're already capped. Okay? And so that's all I'm trying to convey here as I say this, that it's important enough. What's funny is even since just hiring my sister like a week or two ago, my revenue's already gone up. Like almost doubled. And it's because I get to go focus on actually generating revenue and not managing what I've already committed to creating and producing and putting out there. And so anyway, guys, I really want to know, if you could, please go to either Sales Funnel Broker, the Facebook page, or the actual blog post of this. I want to know what you've noticed as you've taken on someone else. Now, again, if you want to kind of baby step it, which was probably the best way to do it, smart way to do it. I'm not telling you to drop everything and just go hire people or whatever. One of the adages in this industry, if you've never heard it, is that, and I can't remember who said this, the rule is you only hire when it hurts. Okay? That's the second part of this whole thing, okay? Hire somebody because it forces you to do awesome stuff, but until you are just dying, don't hire somebody just because you gotta, hiring people is what kills businesses a lot of times because they hire too fast, right? So that's the caveat, okay? Understand what I'm telling you is that it needs to be in a balance, but push hard, go as fast as long as you can. Like just go, produce, get the grind out of the way, and then when you can, man, hire somebody else and watch the amazing things that it does for your company. It's not something that a lot of people think about, but even just collaboration and teaching that person all that you know is amazing. It's amazing to watch what comes out of that, even just a short amount of time. So, guys, that's my challenge. Okay, understand, hire somebody. Don't be a solopreneur your whole life. There's a time, there's a season while you're proving your business model and you're proving how you actually make money consistently. But also know that you should not hire, until it hurts. So you don't hire too fast. There's kind of a strategy with this. You guys, you see what I'm saying? Nod with me while you're listening. Yes, Stevie Wonder. I hear you. I get it. I've been putting Stevie Wonder in all my emails to Russell. It's been kind of funny. Anyway, that's another story. This other thing. Anyways, hey guys, but again, like I'm saying, I want to know what cool things are happening as you've taken on just one person. Just one VA, just one part-time individual, just one person who consistently does the same task and project for you over and over again. Please let me know because it's very, very fascinating to me. You got to be smart with it, obviously. Be careful with it, but don't create the mistake of not hiring because you're so scared. It's better to hire and learn from it. Then try and play it safe in this category because it's that important. It's that huge. So anyway, guys, I will talk to you later. I just had Jimmy John's delivered to me and I'm really stoked about it. I used to not like their stuff that much, but I'm really pumped. It's starting to get late, but I just wanted to record this and I am going to pound this and I'm super excited. So, all right, you guys, I will talk to you later. And as always, if you have questions, please let me know. Go to salesfunnelradio.com or you can also download free funnels that I've pre-built for you. There's also awesome other funnels in there. Some of them are paid. But if you go to salesfunnelbroker.com/free funnels or just click on free funnels, you'll see it there. So anyways, you guys are all awesome and you motivate the heck out of me and I appreciate you all. Keep crushing it and let's go make whatever it is you're doing, go make it happen, and move that timeline up. See ya.
Thanks for listening to Sales Funnel Radio. Please remember to subscribe and leave feedback. Want to get one of today's best internet sales funnel for free? Go to salesfunnelbroker.com/free funnels to download your pre-built sales funnel today.